when the gods of the world speak to him about the future. Clergyman Patera Silk begins a quest to save his church and his people, the citizens of a giant spaceship on a generations-old voyage to a forgotten destiny. Hello and welcome to Liam's Lyceum. I'm your host, Liam, aka Hambar, and today I'll be doing a spoiler-free review of Gene Wolfe's Lake of the Long Sun. Lake of the Long Sun is a 1994 novel by Gene Wolfe in Book 2 in the Book of the Long Sun. The first is Nightside the Long Sun, which I have previously reviewed, and this story continues the adventures of Patera Silk as he returns to his Montion. He is such a likable character and awkward and well-mannered and steadfast. He's in over his head, kind of naive. Here, the stakes ramp up. His time to save the Montion is shorted. He has visions and divine visitations. Strange things are happening. In fact, it is a great juxtaposition of mundane and weird, but it's also all treated like it's normal. I suppose a culture built up in a cylindrical generation ship is bound to be odd to me. We get way more knowledge on the world and robots called chems. We also get this cool underworld of sorts, some really confusing stuff, and some demonic people like Mucor and dualistic folk like Silk, bad and good, again, like humans. This is better than Nightside, I think. I definitely have to think about this one more, and actually I can say as of recording this one, this is my favorite of the 4 Long Sun books, since I have finished them now. But this one is definitely about identity and religion. There is definitely some ideas of post-human here as well, post-humanism to compare that with. Oreb is probably my favorite after Silk, and Chenille and Akar is good as well. The words are not as obscure as Book of the New Sun, but I think when you read Book of the New Sun, you have a lot on the surface, and there's a bunch underneath. Here, there's a story underneath, but I always felt like I was missing a ton when reading this, and I think I'll need to study this one more, and I'm definitely going to need to reread it, just like I'll need to reread Book of the New Sun. We do kind of find out, I don't really feel like this much of a spoiler, exactly when this one takes place. This actually takes place before Book of the New Sun, and this has to deal with Typhon, if you have read Book of the New Sun, in some of his ships, so to speak. Yeah, it deals with that, kind of. So this is probably the book that also maybe ties it back a decent amount to Book of the New Sun, but you find out, again, like I said, it's not a sequel. Actually, it is a prequel of sorts. So anyways, I have finished Book of the Long Sun now. Like I said, this is my favorite, and it is great. And I need to read Book of the Short Sun, so I will be doing that at some point, hopefully sooner rather than later. But anyways, this is a fun, weird novel about going to the underworld, coming back out, seeing people that have been held in stasis, and just stuff like that. It's just all over the place. And again, it's quite moving, just like Wolfe normally is. But anyways, this is Liam's Lyceum. I will catch you next time.